Hello everyone. I am Yash Lauti from DSC VIT Pune. So now we are going to see about the macros in C++. So first, for going on to the macros part, let me tell you about the preprocessor, right? So the preprocessor are the directives which give instruction to the compiler to preprocess the information before the actual compilation starts. Means all these preprocessor directives begins with hash, and only white space characters may appear before a preprocessor directive on a line. These preprocessor directives are not statements, like they are not statement like if else, or so they do not end with a semicolon. Okay, so you have already seen one of this directive, hash include, right? We have seen in every of the CPP that we include hash include IO string. So this macro is preprocessor directive is known as macro, which is used to include a header file into the source file, right? We use hash include to include any of the header file into our source file, right? So there are a number of preprocessor directives supported by C++, like hash include, hash define, hash if, hash else, and many more. So we are going to see about only defined preprocessor now. So this defined preprocessor directive creates a symbolic constant. And the symbolic constant is called a macro. Let me take you to the code so you can better understand better. Uh, so here in this macro, here you have seen uh, basically these are simple. Here the hash include is the preprocessor directive, which I said, and the second one, which we are seeing, this define one. So this define is basically star we use with hashtag. Then we use this pi. Here you can see pi is known as macro name. Means to name our macro, we define it. Like I have defined my macro name here as pi, and the replacement text means whatever this macro name is, to replace it with some value or anything. Is known as this. We put that thing in this replacement text. So here I have put to replace this pi with 3.14159. So here, as I said in this comment, when this line appears in in a file, means when this will define this in a file, all subsequent occurrence of macro in that file will be replaced by a replacement text before the program is compiled. So before the program is compiled, so this I whenever come in the code, it will be replaced by this 3.141. Okay, so as you can see in the main, here where this pi has came, so it will be replaced by this 3.14159 before the program is compiled. Before the compilation take place, it will be replaced by this value, and then it will be compiled. So let me run this for you and show you the results. So here you can see that it first replaced a pi value with the 3.141, and after the compilation it shows this. Okay, and remember, as I said, they are not statements, so doesn't end with semicolon. So we have not used semicolon pen this. Okay, this is the basic means syntax format for using this define. So let me once again repeat for you again basically what macros is. So macros are piece of code in a program which is given some name. Whenever this name is encountered by the compiler replaces the name with the actual piece of code. So the defined directive is used to define macro, which we have used to define our pi macro name, right? So yeah, that's what simply macros is macro was, and now we'll see about more in this. So this define directive is typically used to associate meaningful identifiers with constant keywords and is commonly used for statements per expression. And also, so note that it's no semicolon at the end of macro definition. As we have now seen about this, now we will see about the macros with arguments. So we can also pass arguments to macros. Okay, so macros defined with arguments work similarly as functions. So let me take you to the code so you have get better understanding there. So here I have used define has defined. Then I'll mention our macro name as area in which we are passing out the two parameters L and B. And in the replacement text part, we are just multiplying the L into B. So in the main function coming, we have declared L, B, and area where L equal to 10, B, and B equal to 5. Then we have defined means we have assigned the value to area as area means our we have assigned it has our macro name area, and it contains of two parameter L and B. So here it L will be replaced by 10 and 5 B will be replaced by 5. And in has we are see outing the statement as area of rectangle is area. So it will simply multiply this L into B here, so means 10 into 5 and print out 50. So let's run and see if this happens. So here you can see that area of rectangle is 50. This is how we use defines macro. Means as we have seen from the above program that whenever the compiler finds that area L, bracket L into B bracket in the program, it replaces it with the statement L into B. Not only this, but the values passed to the macro template whole this area L comma B will be also be replaced in the statement L into B. So therefore the area has we pass out 10 and 5, so it will be replaced by 10 into 5 before the compilation takes place, and it will print out a 50 after the compilation. Okay, so this was a simple overview of the macros. Thank you.